Alright, before we get too far into this, let me point out two things. One, I'm sick, so I'm going to sound funnier than usual. That's saying a lot. And the other thing is that I'm not a professional at this game. I know a good portion of it, but there are going to be some things I'm going to miss or get wrong. So just take it with a grain of salt. Don't have an aneurysm. What I'm going to do here is try to look at multiclassing. This is a screw your character up. But there are a few classes that you can multi together that have enough synergy that they're pretty hard to screw up unless you just totally bomb it. If you take the time to look into each class, you can usually see what you want from one class and compare it to what it'll be taking away from another one, and try to get the levels to get whatever, such as a paladin sorcerer, where you get 2 levels of paladin and the rest of a sorcerer. And what this does is it unlocks divine grace, which puts your charisma towards your saves, which is a very big thing, because when you're running around a sorcerer and you're dodging stuff that monks and rogues are getting hit by, it becomes awesome. A lot of people will throw like 1 level of fighter into a class so they can get the extra weapon proficiencies and the free feat. I guess it works. It'd be good for, like, you want to do a combat cleric, you do 1 level of fighter and the rest in cleric, but you got to understand that when you go into another class, you right off the bat sacrifice your capstone. What that is when you reach level 20, you have access to an enhancement called a capstone, and they're usually quite strong. But they differ from each class. So first thing you want to look at is if you want to get rid of that. Is losing your capstone worth it? For some people it will be, for others it won't, so it's up to you. Wizard Rogue's another popular one. Put 1 level in Rogue and the rest in Wizard, and what that does is it lets you have relatively high search and disable, so you can pretend to be a rogue while being a wizard. Not really my cup of tea, but whatever. What are some other ones? I know you can't multi-class paladin with a couple of other ones. You can't do it with barbarian or bards because of alignment issues, and you can't do barbarian and monk and bard because they have alignment issues also. I think those are the only ones with alignment problems. So other than that, you can pretty much go all over the place. Fighter barb, the barb actually have try saying that 10 times fast. Have in the bard, I think, war chanter. Let me find it real quick. I'm pretty sure the war chanter has the one I'm thinking of. When you do it's in a prestige enhancement, you actually get more rages for your barbarian. So you can put like 6 in bard and then the rest in barbarian, and you'll have like these little boosts. Here in a little bit I'll go in game, look at some of those capstones and point out, and I'll also go look at one of my own multi-class characters, the Pally, so I can show you his saves. Not really sure what else to go over, although Ranger's also a popular one to multi-class with other melee classes because you get so many important two-handed feats from the class itself. So you'll see a lot of people are multied into Ranger or Fighter for the most part. Some classes don't multi very well. You can do it, but it's generally not good from what I've seen. Like throwing a point in or a level in wizard and then going to fighter. Sure, if you put enough into wizard, you can get access to some spells that'll buff you, but you lose so much, you're better off just finding someone to buff you. I'll pause here and then go for one of my little characters to show off here. Here's my sorcerer paladin. Got 2 levels of paladin and 7 in sorcerer so far. It makes it total level of 9. But for terms of spells, I have access to level 7 sorcerer ones and no paladin ones because they don't get any until 4. The big feat here, of course, I mentioned earlier, is Divine Grace. Paladin receives a bonus to save. What Divine Grace equals to is me having a Fortitude of 15, a Reflex of 12, and a Will of 13. If you look on them, they say bonus that I get from Enchanted, Constitution mod, and where it says 8 feet mod, that's from Divine Grace. So I got 8 to all of them from my Charisma, which is 27 right now. Making it so all in all, this character is pretty durable. But you do have to understand that I've sacrificed. I'm always behind 2 levels in spells compared to other people my level, so I'm generally weaker compared to them, or I have to try harder to come out ahead. What the hell are my enhancements? There we are. I'll show you the capstone that I lost in doing this. Here are the capstones for paladin and sorcerer. Anytime you wield a weapon, it's considered good and does holy damage, and there's a lot of damage against undead, blah blah. Sorcerer, basically it would let me empower my spells to do 20% more damage if I had reached the capstone, but I cannot get either capstone because I've multiclassed. Some capstones suck a little bit, like that sorcerer one. That doesn't sound terribly appealing to me. But some of them are really good, and in losing them it hurts. The rogue ones in particular are very nice, and it hurts to lose those. I don't really have many multi-class characters at the moment, because a lot of them require that you have a 32-point build to really do effectively, and I don't have access to that at the moment. Let's see, what else? I will note out that this is completely by accident. With this character, I put a lot into strength 14, and the reason with this is I wanted to blow through the early levels really easy by using basically pretending I'm still a paladin, and that worked pretty well up until like 4 or 5. And occasionally I do still throw on my plate and I'll occasionally throw on plate and my 2-handed sword and go swinging away when I'm out of spell power or spell points. It does help keep me from being useless, and there is that little added bonus of having access to lay on hands, which has saved me on many occasions. You only get 1 charge in it at this level, but it's been nice, let me tell you. It saved me more often than not. Okay, if you guys have any questions, I can try to go over them. Since I'm sick, I'm really not all here right now, and I'm probably overlooking something vital and important, and I apologize for that. So yeah, but just to recap, if you guys want to do multiclassing and you don't have access to a 32-point build, try to keep it simple. Don't go for anything too wily and out there. The synergy type stuff, like paladin sorcerer and fighter cleric, stuff like that. Basically to help you improve your character but not do anything terribly outlandish. If you want to do some serious multiclassing, you should probably have access to a 32 point build and the +2 tomes. Those are probably going to help a lot. There's been quite a few situations where I've wished I had the extra points that I knew would help and are pretty vital to effectively multiclassing some combos. I've never done the 3-class combo, because it really just struck me as it was taking away too much from the character. So I've never really tried the 3-class combos. I've seen them around, like 1 bard, 1 rogue, and then whatever else added into the mix. Ooh, we got a rare here. Where are you, Buster? Ooh. Oh, bleeding wound, that's fantastic. Lay on hands. If you're wondering why this guy's kicking my ass, he's a challenge rating 12 and I'm 9 basically. There we go. And I have terrible equipment. I can get this chest for these two trying to kick my butt. Alright, I'll stop tormenting you guys and let you go try your own multiclassing. Again, if you have any questions, something you want me to cover or just answer, leave a comment and I'll see what I can do. Thanks for watching. See you around.